Right, so I was going through the Barcelona versus PSG head-to-head stats last night at like 3 a.m., as you do when you have no life, and I found something that genuinely made me question if we're living in a simulation. These two clubs have been battling for 30 years, right? 14 matches, Champions League knockout drama, the remontada, Neymar's £198 million betrayal arc, all that madness. Guess how many goals each team has scored against the other? Go on, guess. 27 each. Not 27 to 26, not 28 to 25, 27 to 27 across 3 decades. And that's just the start of how weird this gets. Let's get into it. Number 5. From nayslayer to naysayer, Neymar is the all-time leading scorer in this fixture with 7 goals. 7. More than Messi, more than Mbappe, more than Ibrahimovic, more than everyone. And we're not talking tap-ins here. September 2014, group stage. He scores at the Parc des Princes in a 3-2 loss. April 2015, quarter-finals, first leg in Paris. Solo goal to make it 1-0. Then Suarez adds 2 more. 6 days later, at Camp Nou, Neymar bags a brace to seal the 5-1 aggregate win. Then, in the 2015 Champions League final against Juventus, he scores the last kick winner in the 97th minute to complete the treble. Joint top scorer of the entire tournament with Messi and Ronaldo, 10 goals each. The maddest one was March 8th, 2017. La Remontada. Barcelona down 4-0 from the first leg, needing a miracle. Neymar was the architect of the greatest comeback in Champions League history. Free kick curled into the top corner in the 88th minute. 4-1. Penalty in the 90-plus first minute after winning the foul himself. 5-1. Then in the 95th minute, plays the assist for Sergi Roberto's winner. 2 goals, 1 assist, 8 assists for the entire Champions League campaign, a record at the time. Here's the thing you might have not picked up yet, though. Every single one of those 7 goals for Barcelona, none for PSG. Man spent years terrorizing PSG like they personally insulted his haircut. Scored in Paris, scored at Camp Nou, scored in finals, scored from free kicks, scored from penalties, scored with assists. Then PSG bought him. Sheikh paid £198 million and said, please, please stop scoring on us. Broke the world transfer record, and Neymar suddenly forgot how goal nets work. 0 goals against his former club after joining PSG. Not one, not even by accident, not even a deflection off his backside. This is like spending your whole childhood bullying someone, then they hire you as your bodyguard, and suddenly you're making them tea and asking, will there be anything else, sir? Ha 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 ha. The character development is insane. I'm sure while Neymar was busy ghosting against Barcelona, he was probably in the dressing room before the match telling Mbappe, yeah, bruv, easy fixture this one, I know their game, just follow my lead, then proceeds to do absolutely nothing for 90 minutes while Mbappe's looking at him like, bro, where's all that sauce you were talking about? Man really went from the primary architect of La Remontada, as the media called him, to primary architect of excuses for why he couldn't replicate it. Oh, my ankle's a bit tight today. The grass is different here. Mercury's in retrograde. Stat number 4. One forgotten but never forgiven. Barcelona have lost by a 1-4 scoreline to PSG 3 times. February 2021, April 2024 first leg, April 2024 second leg. No other scoreline has repeated more than twice in this entire rivalry. Stuff's like a subscription service. PSG found the one result that breaks Barcelona's spirit and just kept hitting copy-paste. It's like they've got a 1-4 button installed in the Parc des Princes. Big red button on Nasser Al-Khelaifi's desk that just says, "Humiliate Barcelona." Autopilot activated. You know what's mad? After the first 1-4 in 2021, Barcelona were probably like, well, that was embarrassing, but lightning doesn't strike twice, right? Psych. February 16th, 2021, Camp Nou. Messi scores a penalty in the 27th minute, emphatically picks out the top corner, his 20th goal of the season. Barcelona fans probably thinking, here we go, we're back. 5 minutes later, Mbappe equalizes. Marco Verratti with the clever one-touch pass. Mbappe controls and bangs it top corner from close range. 1-1, just like that. Second half, 65th minute. Alessandro Florenzi bursts through Barcelona's defense. Cutback gets deflected straight to Mbappe. He just guides it in. Cool as you like. 2-1 PSG. 5 minutes later, Moise Kean, on loan from Everton, heads in completely unmarked at the far post. A player Everton didn't even want is scoring at Camp Nou. Then the 85th minute, Barcelona trying to get back into it, pushing forward. PSG hits them on the counter. Mbappe receives the ball, curls a first-time shot into the far corner. Absolute chef's kiss of a finish. Hat-trick complete. 4-1. Mbappe really walked into Barcelona's house without Neymar and Di Maria injured and scores a hat-trick. First away hat-trick at Camp Nou since Andriy Shevchenko in 1997. 24 years. Mbappe saw that stat and said, yeah, that needs updating. Gerard Piqué, making his return from a 3-month knee injury, spent the entire match grabbing Mbappe's shirt, trying to slow him down. There's literally photos of Piqué just holding onto Mbappe's jersey like a kid clinging to his mum at the supermarket. Didn't work. Mbappe still cooked him. Ronald Koeman after the match. I'm not going to lie, it's very difficult to come back from a 4-1 first leg loss at home. That's your post-match quote? Man gave up before the return leg even happened. Surrendered in the press conference. And this is disrespectful stat. Of players with 20-plus Champions League goals, Mbappe has scored the highest proportion away from home, 71%. Man doesn't even need home advantage. Just shows up to your stadium and violations ensue. Wrong. Then 2024 comes around and PSG went, oh, you thought we were done? We've got a loyalty program now. Collect 3 1-4 defeats and the 4th one's free. Sign up for our newsletter and get monthly humiliation updates. Koeman got sacked after that first one. Couldn't survive the 1-4 treatment. Xavi walked away after the 2024 double dose. Man saw PSG on the fixture list, checked his contract, and immediately started browsing LinkedIn. They know what's coming. It's like death and taxes at this point, except worse because at least taxes don't score 4 goals on you. The XG in that April 2024 second leg, Barcelona had 1.1 expected goals and lost 1-4. They literally performed exactly to their XG, which is supposed to be a good thing in football analytics, and still got absolutely battered. That's not even underperforming, that's just PSG saying, we don't care about your fancy statistics, your algorithms, or your data analysts. We're winning 1-4 because that's the Barcelona special. It's on the menu. Would you like fries with that humiliation? Somewhere in Paris, there's a printer with one job. Print Barcelona 1-4 PSG match reports. It's been doing the same job since 2021. Never had to update the template. Just changes the date and hits print. That printer's probably collected a pension by now. Got Employee of the Month 3 times. PSG's social media team doesn't even have to try anymore. They've got the post saved as a draft, just waiting. 4-1 final, same scoreline, different day. Hashtag UCL, hashtag tradition. Stat number 3. Ter Stegen, more like Terror Stegen. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen played 900 consecutive minutes against PSG. Every single minute of 10 matches. That's more than any other player in this fixture's history. Messi, Neymar, Busquets, none of them showed up this consistently. Ter Stegen, perfect attendance. Never missed a day. Didn't even fake a hamstring injury to get out of it. Did all the jumping and diving without complaints whenever his team needed him, only to keep one clean sheet in those 900 minutes. One. This man played the equivalent of 10 full matches and only managed to keep PSG out once. That's a 10% success rate. The iPhone SE of goalkeepers. Your Wi-Fi connection is more reliable than Ter Stegen keeping a clean sheet in this fixture. Let's put this in perspective. He faced 53 shots on target and conceded 21 goals. That's a goal every 43 minutes. You could set your watch to PSG scoring on him. You could schedule your bathroom breaks around it. Oh, it's been 40 minutes since the last goal. Ter Stegen's probably let another one in by now. Man's been more consistent at conceding than most strikers are at scoring. That's an achievement in itself, just not the one you want on your CV. Meanwhile, Sergio Busquets played 841 minutes across those same 10 matches. You know his attacking stats? 0 goals, 0 assists, 2 yellow cards. Man was out there doing cardio, practicing meditation, probably writing poetry in his head, while Ter Stegen was picking balls out the net like he worked at a tennis ball factory. At least Busquets wasn't pretending to save anything. He knew his job. Pass the ball sideways, look philosophical, collect the paycheck. But Ter Stegen? Man kept diving, kept trying, kept playing every single minute like this would be the match he figured it out. Stat number 2. The 10-goal bloodbath. March 8th, 2017. The remontada, the comeback, the miracle, the how is this even legal moment. PSG won the first leg 4-0 at home. Absolutely demolished Barcelona. Draxler, Di Maria, Cavani with 2. It was a masterclass in sit down, be humble. Barcelona looked finished, cooked, done. Stick a fork in them, they're cooked. Put them in the obituaries. Luis Enrique probably spent the entire week between legs just staring at a wall, questioning his life choices, wondering if it's too late to become a yoga instructor. Camp Nou, second leg, 96,290 fans packed in, highest attendance in this fixture's entire history. The atmosphere was so loud, it probably violated some EU noise regulations. Pretty sure people in Madrid could hear it, probably caused minor earthquakes. Barcelona needed to win by 4 goals, not 3, 4. The odds of this happening, let me put it this way, you're more likely to get struck by lightning while winning the lottery while riding a unicorn that's also been struck by lightning. First half ends 3-0 to Barcelona. Suarez scores in the 3rd minute. Own goal from Kurzawa in the 40th. Messi penalty in the 50th. PSG are rattling. The players are looking at each other like, wait, are we actually about to bottle this? Then, 62nd minute. Edinson Cavani scores for PSG. That one away goal meant Barcelona now needed 3 more to go through. 3 goals in 28 minutes. The dream was dead. Camp Nou went silent. You could hear grown men crying in the stands. Some fans were already halfway out the stadium, checking train times back to reality. Unai Emery, PSG's manager, you could see him on the touchline finally relaxing. Man probably thinking about what he's going to order for dinner after the match, calculating his win bonus, thinking about his post-match interview sound bites. But then something absolutely unhinged happened. 88th minute, Neymar free kick, top corner, curled it like he was signing his name on PSG's death certificate. 4-1. Still not enough though, they need 2 more. 90-plus start minute. Suarez goes down in the box. Penalty. Neymar steps up, buries it. 5-1. But it's still not enough because of Cavani's away goal. They need 1 more. 1 more goal. The board goes up. 5 minutes of added time. PSG at this point absolutely rattled. Marquinhos looks like he's seen a ghost. Verratti's yelling at everyone. Thiago Silva's probably questioning if football is even real anymore. These grown men are going crazy. 95th minute, last minute of added time. Ball comes to Neymar on the right. He whips in a cross. Sergi Roberto, who'd been subbed on, meets it at the far post. Goal! 6-1. Camp Nou absolutely erupts. The noise was so loud, seismologists in France registered it as suspicious activity. The stadium was shaking. People were crying, screaming, having full-on religious experiences. PSG players Some of them just collapsed on the pitch. Verratti was lying face down like he'd been shot. Marquinhos sitting there staring into the void. These men's souls had left their bodies. They were just empty shells in football kits. 10 combined goals across 2 legs, the craziest round of 16 tie in Champions League history. Not quarterfinals, not semi-finals, round of 16. These teams were supposed to be warming up for the real competition and instead decided to recreate World War III on a football pitch, only to get sent home 3-0 in Turin a month later. Peaked too early, bruv. Used up all their miracle juice on PSG and had nothing left in the tank. That's like throwing a massive party because you passed your driving test, then crashing the car on the way home. Even the referee got involved. Deniz Aytekin was handing out decisions like he was Santa Claus on Christmas morning. You get a penalty. You get a dubious call. Everybody gets questionable refereeing. UEFA actually investigated PSG's complaints about 10 refereeing errors. 10. Man made so many mistakes they needed a full audit. Aytekin basically got demoted after this, went from refereeing major matches to officiating Tuesday night group stage games between farmers. Career destroyed faster than PSG's 4-0 lead. This match was so insane that PSG's entire club went into therapy after it. They're still traumatized. You mention remontada to anyone in Paris and they start twitching. Their eye starts doing that thing. Edinson Cavani literally admitted in 2022, 5 years later, that he needed psychological therapy to overcome this defeat. Man was getting professional help, had a therapist, probably lying on a couch talking about his feelings while the therapist takes notes like, patient still experiencing nightmares about Sergi Roberto, recommends avoiding Camp Nou and the color burgundy. Absolute scenes. Stat number 1. Tailor-made for PSG wins. Anthony Taylor has refereed this fixture 3 times, more than any other official in history. His record? 2 PSG wins, 1 draw. 0 Barcelona wins. Now, I'm not saying Anthony Taylor has a Paris Saint-Germain tattoo hidden somewhere, but Barcelona fans are definitely checking flight records and looking for French bank accounts. 3 matches is already suspicious. 3 matches where Barcelona never won? That's my ex invited me to her wedding levels of uncomfortable. Somewhere in Barcelona, there's a conspiracy board with Anthony Taylor's face in the middle, red string connecting him to various oil companies, and someone's uncle yelling, "I knew it!" Man's got more appearances in this fixture than some players. At this point, they should just give him a squad number. Anthony Taylor, number 13. Position, chaos. So there you have it. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe for more football madness, and let me know in the comments which stat broke your brain the most, because mine's still loading. Peace.